Lately, I was working on a feature in one of my projects. Everything was set up perfectly. Visual Studio open, the solution loaded, debugger ready. I sent a prompt to Copilot, and then I just sit there waiting. And while I'm waiting, I already know what I want to do next. I want to start another feature, maybe write a test, maybe sketch out a second approach, but I can't really do that because the tool kind of forces me to stay in that one flow. And that's when it hit me. The problem wasn't my setup. It was how I was using AI in the first place. Now, before this sounds like VS Code is better than Visual Studio Video, it's not. I love Visual Studio. I still use it every single day for building my apps, but I started using VS Code again, not to replace Visual Studio, but to do something very specific, much better. And by the way, if you're working on real .NET projects or even in a team and you want help setting up workflows like this, I'm starting to do more consulting and workshops exactly around this kind of setup. So you can check it out on my website, link as always in the video description below. The issue with Copilot in Visual Studio is not that it's bad. It is that it's very linear. You open one chat, you send a prompt, and then you wait for the results. And while that's happening, you're kind of blocked. I mean, yes, you can open another chat, but even Visual Studio warns you that things might not behave as expected. So naturally, you don't really do it. And that creates a workflow where you're always doing one thing at a time, even though your brain is already thinking about the next 3 steps, and that's the real bottleneck, right? So then I switched back to VS Code again. And I didn't even open my code there. Instead, I just opened multiple Copilot chat windows. That's it. Each chat became its own little workspace, almost like its own developer. And instead of sending one prompt and waiting, I started assigning tasks, real tasks. So in one chat, for instance, I say implement this backend feature. Then the other chat, there I say create the UI for this feature. Another then might be writing tests for a specific part of the system, and they all run at the same time. And this is important. I am not asking the same thing in different ways. I'm not comparing prompts. I am splitting actual work across multiple agents, just like you would do in a real team. Each one works on a different part of the application, so they don't block each other. This is the key. And this is actually where vertical slice architecture becomes incredibly helpful, because now your system is already structured in a way where features are isolated. So you can literally say this slice is one feature and this slice is another feature, and each Copilot chat or agent can work on one slice independently. No overlap, no chaos, and when you bring it all together, it just fits. And that's what makes this workflow actually practical and not just a cool idea. So my current setup looks like this. I use Visual Studio for all the core work, creating projects, editing code, debugging, working with Git. That part stays exactly the same. But when it comes to AI, I switch to VS Code. There I have multiple Copilot agents open at the same time. One might be working on a feature, another is writing tests, and then maybe I use another one to brainstorm another feature. And I can jump between them, guide them, or stop them whenever I want. It feels much closer to managing a team than using a tool, actually. And I think this is a big shift. If you're only using AI in a linear way, where you ask something and then wait, you're not really using its full potential. The real leverage comes from parallel work, from assigning tasks, and from thinking in systems instead of single steps. Now, if you want to go deeper into this, especially how to structure your .NET apps so this actually works in practice, or if you want help setting this up for your team, check out my website. I'm offering consulting and workshops around exactly that. Link, as always, in the video description below. And if you found this interesting, you'll probably like this next video right here, because this is where things get even more powerful.